I've been feeling a little burnt out.
Action.
Hey friend, welcome to another video tutorial. In this video, I'm bringing you the complete beginner's guide to watercolor. Welcome to the beginner's guide to watercolor flowers. I'm gonna teach you how to paint anything, literally anything with watercolor. We're gonna be talking all about how to paint watercolor details. The twice a week YouTube tutorial grind, putting together the research, the preparation, the teaching, the filming, the editing twice a week is very taxing. This isn't the only part of my business. I have courses, email list, blogs, licensing, brand collaborations, products in an online shop. And so I have a lot going on every day. So do all the other members of my team. And so the twice a week YouTube tutorials, I've been feeling like you need more from me. I don't want to be an art tutorial pumping out machine, you know? And that's kind of what it feels. It feels a bit like I'm just like, oh, what am I going to paint today? What are we going to paint? And we've had amazing videos. We've had incredible series where I've felt very proud of all of the videos we've put out on this channel. But I want more for you. I want something that's going to be more in depth, something that's going to take you on your art and creativity journey a lot deeper and a lot more focused. And so with that, with the feeling of feeling burnt out and just like pumping out tutorials and feeling a little bit frazzled, and the need to create more focus and growth for you guys as an art community, we have a few announcements. We want to shift the focus and share something that's more of like a holistic approach, show more of the process, something that's more inspirational and is going to, in my opinion, teach you more and also bring more insight to your art practice. So here's the plan, my wonderful YouTube community. We are going to shift into a weekly studio vlog that is going to show you my entire process of whatever it is I'm working on that day. So this could be digitizing my watercolor, taking you along a project that I'm working on with a brand collaboration, showing you my painting process of maybe I'm painting something for a brand or something else, or original paintings in my shop, and showing you more of the behind the scenes of what it's like to be an artist, the full picture of an artist, not just here's how to paint a tree or here's how to paint a flower. That stuff, the art class, the art tutorial stuff, is now going to move solely to Patreon. So I still want to teach watercolor tutorials. Teaching watercolor and teaching art is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I'm very passionate about teaching art and creativity, and we're still going to have that in the studio vlogs. But I want to have more focus and more preparation and go a little bit deeper in the art tutorials, and that's why we're going to save it for Patreon. So with both the YouTube and the Patreon, our desire is quality over quantity, and I really, really think that the studio vlogs are going to be so eye-opening and really insightful for a lot of you who are artists or trying to expand your creativity just as a hobby, and then also for people who maybe want to peek inside the business aspect as well. And then for Patreon, it's all about focusing on going deeper with techniques and foundations and art tutorials that are specific, thorough, in-depth, and prepared and focused. So listen up if you're a patron, or maybe you want to be a patron. Patreon is going to have a totally new look. Okay, so first of all, brand spanking new, never before been seen or offered for the Jenna Rainey community. Every single tier, we have 4 tiers still for all of my patrons, but every single tier is going to have access to the brand spanking new, thriving, flourishing Jenna Rainey Art Community. This art community is going to be an amazing place to take your work even deeper, to build accountability with other people in the community. I'll be hopping in there to answer any questions or share feedback if people are uploading their work from a Patreon exclusive tutorial or they have questions. And this is just going to be, I see this community as just an ever-growing, expanding global community of artists who are growing together, rooting each other on like little cheerleaders with paintbrushes, and making friends I mean, I've been a part of communities, not art communities, but other communities and courses before where I still have friendships with these people years later. So I really think that this is going to be one of the biggest pros of the new Patreon shift is this amazing art community that we're going to be building into it. With this art community, what you'll be able to do is have access to myself and the other people in the community, where you can post your work from the monthly tutorials that we cover in Patreon and get feedback, direct feedback, or answered questions answered on your specific pieces. And we will also have monthly art challenges. So there will be a new focus or new challenge every single month that everyone in the community is going to be going along with and studying together. So that will help us get deeper into the art nitty-gritty stuff, foundations, techniques, or addressing a very specific focus and growing together, answering or asking questions that maybe you didn't think of, somebody else could ask them. And it'll just deepen your artistic journey and awareness through these monthly challenges. So let's break down the tiers. Starting at the first tier, the $2 tier, you'll get access to all of our YouTube videos ad-free. You'll also have access to that beautiful Jenna Rainey Art Community I was just talking about, and a monthly Patreon exclusive art tutorial. At $5, the next tier, you'll get all of that stuff I just mentioned with the $2, plus an extra monthly Patreon exclusive art tutorial. And then our next tier at $10 a month, you get all that stuff I just mentioned, plus a live art class every single month, and the brand new live Q&A with yours truly every single month as well. So the $10 tier gets all of that stuff with the art community, 2 Patreon exclusive tutorials a month, plus a live art class and a live Q&A with Jenna Rainey herself. And then our fourth and final tier for $20 a month, you get all of that stuff, and that $10 extra is just a little tip or bonus to Jenna and John, who put together all these videos, all the work that goes into planning and preparing, shooting, editing, teaching, all of it. So if you're an extra fan and you want to support this family biz, no pressure, of course, then the $20 a month tier is for those who want to add a little tip every single month toward putting together these videos and all of that. These changes are probably going to take place May 1st. So we still have a little bit of research to do on what platform to use for our art community for the Patreon. But May 1st, if you're watching this video live time when we release it, May 1st, 2022, be expecting the big shift. So obviously we have a huge catalog of art tutorials and videos on my YouTube channel that we've had out for 2 years. That's all gonna stay, don't you worry. But we're now obviously gonna shift the focus, and the YouTube videos are gonna be the life of the artist, while the Patreon videos are gonna be the art tutorials and art school. I'm so excited about this new shift. I'm incredibly inspired, and it just feels like this art community is already growing, and I wanna offer something that I know is gonna take you even deeper on your creativity and art journey. And I can't wait to show you more of my business and my life on YouTube, and then also provide the best art tutorials I possibly can on Patreon. If you're here for watercolor tutorials and you're wanting more watercolor tutorials and you can spare the extra $2 a month, then join me on Patreon. If that's not in the cards for you, totally fine. There's still gonna be a lot you're gonna learn about art and creativity and process in my YouTube videos, the studio vlogs. However, if you can spare the $2 a month or more to actually get art tutorials, then that will be on Patreon. And I'm so excited to provide you the best dang Patreon exclusive tutorials over there, and also share the process and life and business things with you on these studio vlogs. So thank you again for all of the support throughout the years on my YouTube channel or on my Patreon if you're a patron. It all means the world to us, and that's why we're able to do these big shifts in our channel, or even have the ability to see that we need to make a shift because we have feedback from you guys or comments or whatever. So I still hope to see you in the community, in the comments on my YouTube videos, and then also in the art exclusive community on my Patreon if you can join. I know that that's going to be an amazing community, and I can't wait to give more of my devoted time to the patrons and also to these studio vlogs. So I can't wait. As always, thanks so much for watching and following, and I'll see you in the next video.